Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to start a junk removal business in 2022 the smart way. So stick around and watch. Before we get started, I want to thank everyone who has subscribed to our channel. We're a new channel for this business. We are new. Susie and I have been active on YouTube for a very long time. We also have a channel about box trucking. It's called Expediting Addicts. Go check it out, Expediting Addicts on YouTube. And if you want to learn the secrets to running a box truck business and how to do Amazon Relay and things like that, check out that channel and maybe you might be buying a box truck and starting that business. But if not, please take a minute to subscribe right here to We Like Junk. Okay, so you might be at the point where you're doing research. You may want to start a business and you're not sure what business that you want to start. I have videos coming up on either one of my channels that are going to be about the moving business, the lawn care business, the junk removal business, and trucking. So if you have any of those interests, you're going to want to subscribe to both of these channels actually. But if you're looking to do research, there are a lot of videos right here on YouTube about all of this, okay? I'm not going to talk about what a lot of those channels are talking about. It's all great information, but I think some of them are leaving a few things out from my experience. So I started my first business back in 2006. It was a lawn care business, and shortly after that, in 2007, is when I started my first moving company. That's the business that took off for me, and we were making between $400,000 and $500,000 a year on a steady basis, really with one full-time truck and another truck that worked maybe a third of the year. That's about how it went for us. I wanted to keep the business manageable but profitable. I'm only telling you that because I've been around for a long time. I've started a lot of service businesses, and I can tell you right now that if you're wanting to start a business, you want to start a service business, preferably a service business that has something to do with real estate, and I'll tell you why. So guys, I started my moving company back in 2007, and if you know about economics and things, you know that that was one of the worst recessions that we've had for quite a while, and a lot of businesses started during that time and didn't make it, but we did. And why is that? It's because we were a moving company and we supported the housing market. I ran that business for many, many years. In fact, I still own it. It is the parent company to We Like Junk. Currently we're not doing moves, but that company holds the license for us to travel across state lines, the insurance, all kinds of stuff. And we still have it. We can do moving jobs if we want to. We're just choosing not to at this time. The reason for that is because not a lot of people want to work right now. They're all waiting for another handout or something, but the labor market here in Florida used to be really bad because a lot of people don't move to Florida to be a mover. They want to tend bar on the beach or have a nice life, or they don't want to do labor. But when the government started passing out the free unemployment and paying people to stay home, that pretty much killed our business, at least temporarily. Up until that time, I thought it was just foolproof. It didn't matter if the prices of homes were going up or if the prices of homes were going down. People have got to move either way. You're either buying a bigger and better house or you're selling your house and moving into an apartment. But we always had more work than we could ever do. So like I said, when the government started giving out the free unemployment money, Susie and I decided that we were going to change things up and just do what her and I could do without employees. We owned 3 box trucks. 2 of them were paid off. One we only owed a couple more months on. So we switched from doing moving to hauling freight. And we started traveling all over the country in our box truck, moving freight. So that was great. We were getting out of debt and everything was just phenomenal until the inflation and the high price of diesel fuel grew. For all those years, I don't know, 13 years or something, we were an active moving company, but for all of those years, I always thought that I would start a junk removal side to my business. But we just always had enough moving that I didn't need to add any more services or do anything else to the business model. Just keep on moving, and we were going to make that $400 to $500K a year. Right now, things are starting to come back around to 2007. We're going to be in a recession soon. Everything has been falling for over a year now. This is a time to be doing a service business and to have a business that is based around real estate. Paid by the mile trucking is useless right now. People are going broke and selling their trucks. So you don't want to start a box truck business right now. If you have a box truck, use it for junk removal. Try to get some really big clean outs. Advertise and try to get some big clean outs or use that truck. Okay guys, we're going to get into the meat of this video right here, so make sure you stick around between here and the end, because I'm really going to give you some gems that are going to help you if you are seriously thinking about starting a junk removal business or really any other service business at this time. Okay, the first thing that I want to say about starting a business is do not rush into it. It's okay to start with what you got and start right away, but don't think that you're going to get to $10,000 a week anytime soon. You have to prepare for that, and there's certain steps you need to take to get there. Okay guys, so here's the nitty-gritty. When you start a service business, or just about any business, one of the biggest factors is how much does it cost you to get a customer? And how can you get customers for free? Most businesses don't survive. And the reason that is because it cost them too much to get work. They didn't know how to get work, or they were spending too much money to get the customers that it just didn't make financial sense to do the work. By far, the cheapest way to acquire customers is to have a Google My Business and a good website. Unfortunately, building an online presence takes time. I want you to give yourself 6 months to build an online presence. If you have a job right now, it's paying your bills, but you're not happy and you want to start your own business, don't get rid of that job right away. At first, the jobs are going to start trickling in, and you need to have some income until you have enough work to switch from working for someone else to working for yourself. The first thing I want you to do is start your Google My Business page. Go ahead and get that set up. There's plenty of videos on YouTube to help you with that, and also to see what the best practices are for Google My Business during 2022. You're also going to want to look at who is in those top positions on Google and look at their websites and create one that's equal or better as the top position. If you can create a really good website that's equal or better as a guy in that #1 position, you're going to do really well. You don't have to have that strong of a website. If you're really good at Google My Business, there are some things you can do that he's probably not doing. But the better and stronger website that you have is going to help. So when you're looking for someone to build your website, I would say, and I'm sure they know this, but they want to look in your market, see who's in that one position, see what they're competing with, and then build a website that will compete with that. And then some really good practices on Google My Business, and you are going to be in that #1 spot on Google, and you're not going to be paying anything for it, and you are going to have a successful business for a very long time. In the meantime, work that job and then do some other free things. Start a Facebook business page and put some ads on Craigslist, and do those jobs when you're not working. Don't take off work to do them. Do them on the weekends or evenings or however you can do it. Make that income on top of what you're making that's already paying your bills. Then reinvest that money that you just made into your website. I can't tell you how important it is to get a website up as soon as you can, and a good Google My Business listing. You know that we just started this business, and I just created my Google My Business page 3 weeks ago, and we are already on the top of Google. Now, I have a 6-month plan. I don't intend on running this business until my trucking runs out. After peak season and the Christmas holidays and all that, that's going to slow down. But right now, I'm building the business. I'm making that phone ring. I'm taking jobs when I can, and the ones that I can't, I don't take. But I'm building presence and trust on the internet, and that's what you need. You need a little time to have a little head start. All right, so let's say you don't have 6 months, or you don't have a job and you need some money right away. What can you do? Okay, take anything that you've got with wheels and put it to work. Okay, find a small job that you could haul something in the back of your station wagon if you need to. Okay, by doing stuff on Craigslist and Facebook. Craigslist and Facebook are instant jobs usually. Somebody will see your ad and they'll call you and they'll want something done right away. And that's great, because that's like a lead service, but you're not paying for that. It's still free. Okay? Google My Business and website is not instant. You're building that up over time to create something that's going to be good for the future. Lead services work. I've used Thumbtack. I'm going to make a video on all the awards that I have from using lead services. Okay? If you use them correctly, they can be great. I have rewards from Angie's List and Thumbtack year after year after year as a moving company as being #1 on those sites. And that's because I was an experienced mover before I started that business, and I never got bad reviews. I knew what customers wanted, I knew how to do the job, and I knew how to provide great service. And I bet I have 12 or 15 plaques that used to be on my office wall, and I would get one every year from Angie's List or Thumbtack for being the best of. Okay, that's because I was experienced at what I was doing. So that's what I'm saying. If you can, learn a little bit about junk removal or moving, whatever it is, before you start your business, if you can. Now, if you start with lead services, that's great, but you still got to pound the Google My Business and your website, so eventually you can stop using those services. Okay, eventually you're starting out now. You can't get work, and you can't charge a high price for that work. Okay, on a lead service, you're going to compete with 2 or 3 other companies. You're not going to be able to charge as much, but right now you don't have anything, and you want to make some money to get things going. So it's okay to do that. But at some point, if you have a Google My Business and a website, you're going to be able to charge more than what you could charge on Thumbtack and Angie's List, and you won't need them anymore. You can keep them along if you want, maybe add another truck, you know, whatever. but you will get to a point where you don't need lead services. And that's the whole idea here, guys. We want to acquire customers as cheap as possible, preferably free. All right, so I didn't give you any information on starting an LLC or insurance or any of that kind of stuff because there's plenty of that out there. Lots of great channels have put a lot of time into making those kind of videos, and I suggest that you go watch them. These are just some things that have worked for me over the years. This is over 15 years of owning my business, service businesses. Listen, I've been through every update Google has. You could be up in the rankings, up there at #1, and Google come out with another ranking, and you lose your position. All of a sudden, you're dropped. And now you have to change your website. You have to change all this stuff. So if you want to learn SEO and how to do all this for free, it takes a little bit, okay? But you can do it, or if you want, you could hire somebody to do it. But that's not free. That ain't what I'm talking about. You can do this. There's videos. You can build your own website. There's videos. So be a sponge. Learn as much as you can and try to do as much of this as possible free. All right, guys, I hope you got something out of this video. If you did, please subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on that notification bell. I've got some great videos coming out about service businesses. We're going to dive into lawn care and how that business model is different from moving or junk removal, and what you have to do to get customers. And through all of that, you'll be able to decide what kind of a service business you want to start. So definitely subscribe and be watching for upcoming videos. Thank you all. For me, my beautiful wife Susie, that I love to call Mama Junk, we will see you soon. Y'all take care now.